Welcome back. In this next dark story, we will be talking about Devil's Tramping Ground in North Carolina. Let's get ready to explore the dark history, demonic, supernatural, and chilling mysteries of the Devil's Tramping Ground. Close your eyes, relax and listen. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Deep in the woods of Chatham County, North Carolina, near Bear Creek and not far from Siler City, there is a dead circle in the forest where the earth looks cursed. Encyclopedia describes the Devil's Tramping Ground as a bare circular path about 40 feet across, surrounded by normal vegetation, while the path itself refuses to grow anything except strange, wiry grass. Local legend says Satan walks there at night, pacing the circle over and over, planning evil against mankind before vanishing back into the darkness. The official tourism page describes it as a 40-foot barren circle, where objects left inside are said to be moved by morning, and animals reportedly avoid the area. That is the first horror of this place. Not a ruined mansion, not a graveyard, not an abandoned hospital, just a silent patch of dead ground in a living forest, as if something underneath it is still breathing. Welcome back. The dark history reaches farther back than most people realize. Ral reported that written references to the place go back into the 1700s, including a 1784 Chatham County deed that called it the Poison Field Tract, meaning the barren ground was already known by name before modern ghost hunters, horror films, or internet legends ever touched it. Old stories tied the place to indigenous ceremony, buried chiefs, battle treasure, and a cursed memorial that the spirits themselves would not allow to heal. Other versions say the devil tramples the same path every night, burning the soil with his footsteps until the ground becomes sterile, salted, and dead. Encyclopedia notes that soil studies once conducted by the North Carolina Department of Agriculture found the bare path sterile because of extremely high salt content, with remains of natural salt licks in the area. A scientific explanation that should have killed the legend, but instead made it worse. Because when science says the earth is dead, folklore asks the darker question. What killed it? The haunting experiences are what keep dragging people back. Visitors claim objects placed in the circle are thrown out by morning campers. Say tents shift, bodies wake outside the circle, and the woods become unnaturally quiet after dark. Dogs are said to bark, whine, and refuse to cross the dead ring, as if they smell something standing there that human eyes cannot see. Visit North Carolina says campers have reported waking to find tents mysteriously relocated, and visitors have described strange lights, eerie sounds, unease, and strange encounters around the site. In older newspaper lore reported by Raw, there was even a story from the 1930s of hunters and their dogs being chased from the area by a huge shadowy beast resembling a black bear. Not just a ghost story, but something physical enough to terrify animals and men carrying weapons. That is where the Devil's Tramping Ground becomes more than a circle. It becomes a boundary. The kind you cross once, then spend the rest of your life wishing you had respected.
The missing person mystery around this place is more complicated. I did not find a verified official missing person case directly tied to the devil's tramping ground itself, so it should not be presented as proven fact. What does exist is a powerful modern disappearance legend. Raul notes that a horror film based on the real location uses the premise of college film students visiting the devil's stomping ground, leaving recovered footage behind and vanishing without a trace. That fictional idea works because it feeds on older reported folklore. People waking somewhere else, objects refusing to remain inside the circle, and the forest seeming to rearrange itself after dark. Imagine the documentary shot, a camera left on a tripod at midnight, the red recording light blinking toward the dead ring, then footsteps circling just out of frame. No voice, no wind, just a slow crunch of something heavy pacing the dirt. In the morning, the camera is outside the circle, the tripod is broken, and every file recorded after 3:13 in the morning contains the same sound. A man breathing through a mouthful of soil. So what really happens at the devil's tramping ground? The verified truth is already unsettling. A centuries-old barren circle in the North Carolina woods, a place old enough to appear in early records, strange enough to attract scientists, and famous enough to earn a historic marker describing generations of belief in angry tramping by the devil, causing supernatural events. The reported claims are darker. Animals refuse it. Objects are expelled from it. Tents move, lights appear, fog crawls through the trees, and something unseen seems to patrol the boundary. The folklore is demonic. The devil comes there to pace, to plan, to poison the earth with his presence. And the final mystery is the most horrifying one. Even after soil tests, explanations, tourism, films, skeptics, and ghost hunters, the circle is still there, still bare, still waiting in the woods. Maybe the devil does not live there. Maybe he only visits. Or maybe that dead ring is not where he walks at all. Maybe it is where the forest learned to keep him buried. Thank you for your support, and thank you for tuning into the darkest horror stories of your life. Some of the stories are based on true events or experiences. Please do us a favor. If you could hit like, share this video, and subscribe to our channel. Never listen alone, and stay tuned for a new horrors and stories.